One man, two completely different stories. In one, he's a hero, the first referee from his country ever chosen for a World Cup. In the other, a government calls him a security risk and slams the door in his face. Both are about the same person, and nobody outside that room has been shown the full truth. This is the story of Omar Artan, and you can decide for yourself. Let's go. Chapter 1. The Rise. Start at the beginning. Omar Artan was born in Somalia in 1992. He didn't come from a football superpower. He started out refereeing in the local Somali leagues, the very bottom of the ladder. But he kept climbing. He worked his way up to the Somali First Division, then onto the continental stage. He officiated at the Africa Cup of Nations. And in 2025, he made history, becoming the first Somali referee ever to take charge of a major African club final, the CAF Champions League final. That same year, he was named the best male referee in all of Africa, from the bottom of the game to the very top of a continent. Chapter 2. The Dream. Then came the call every referee dreams about. In April 2026, Omar Artan was selected to officiate the World Cup, one of only 3 central referees chosen from the entire continent of Africa, and the first ever from Somalia. For his country, this wasn't just a sporting moment, it was history. A nation that had never had a World Cup referee finally had one. All he had to do now was show up. Chapter 3. The Denial. He flew from Istanbul to Miami to attend a mandatory seminar for World Cup match officials. He was reportedly carrying valid US entry visas and a diplomatic passport. And at the border, he was stopped. US customs officials pulled him aside. According to Artan, what followed was an 11-hour interview. At the end of it, he was declared inadmissible, denied entry into the country, over what officials called, quote, vetting concerns. Just like that, the World Cup he was chosen for was happening without him. Chapter 4. 2 versions. So why was he really denied? Here's where it splits in 2, and this is where you have to think for yourself. The US government side. Officials from the Trump administration said Artan was refused entry because of alleged links to, quote, suspected members of terror organizations. That is the reason they gave. Artan's side. He has not been publicly shown any evidence. He held valid visas and a diplomatic passport, meaning he'd already passed checks to get those documents. To his supporters, an unproven suspicion ended a man's life's work with no public proof at all. One side says national security. The other says a career was destroyed by an accusation nobody has had to prove. Both of those things are being said about the exact same man.
So what did football's governing body do? Almost nothing. FIFA confirmed Artan would not be able to take part in the tournament, but they pointed out that decisions about visas and entry belong to the host government, not to FIFA. In other words, it's out of our hands. And that raises an uncomfortable question for the future. When a country hosts a World Cup, it controls who's allowed in, including the referees. So a host nation can, in effect, decide which officials set foot on the pitch. Is that just how it works? Or is that a problem nobody wants to talk about? So here's where we're left. A referee who climbed from the bottom of the game to the top of a continent. A history-making moment for an entire country. And a door shut in his face for reasons one side calls security and the other calls unproven. I'm not going to tell you what to think on this one. The facts are the facts, and the rest, nobody outside that room can prove yet. So tell me, what do you make of it? Keep it respectful in the comments, and let's actually talk about it. Subscribe for the stories behind the World Cup that nobody else is telling. See you in the next one.